So it is the last week in April. Can you believe it? We're done.
I know, and we keep saying this, but it started yesterday, right?
It did.
We said that last month too, but here we are, April. But hey, we got sun out there.
We do. It was a great taco feed, so thank you, Senior Zeke, for feeding us. It was really good.
It's really good. Yep.
Next month though starts the barbecue, so if you are tired of tacos and you're ready for a burger, come up on the last Wednesday, 11:30 barbecue.
Yep, it'll be my first one. So hamburger, usually some beans, some type of salad, macaroni or potato or whatever. Yep. Awesome, for $5. Okay. I have to remember
that. We've got our first hiking group tomorrow. So we're gonna go to Cowiche East entrance and meet us there at 9. You meet at the trailhead, not here. 9 a.m. meet us there, and I will walk as long as you guys want to walk. I don't have a preference. You know, my whole day is clear. So if you want to walk for 8 hours, I'll do it.
Well, if tomorrow's anything, the last couple of days, especially today, has been what a great kickoff to hiking season.
Yeah.
Before it's too hot and
and all the snakes come out.
Yeah, get all the cobwebs out and the joints lubricated and ready to go. Yeah, I'll be interested to see how everything went yesterday or tomorrow.
So Cowiche Canyon Trail East entrance, that's the one that you drive down Cowiche Canyon Road off of Powerhouse, and there's a parking lot a gravel parking lot that you stop at, and we'll meet you there. We had our remembrance tree activity on Tuesday, but we still have ornaments that are ready to be written on. So if you do want to remember somebody and you weren't able to make it on Tuesday, drop by the front desk and you can fill one out for your loved one. The tree will go up next Monday. So they'll start putting that together and all the ornaments on there, but there are extra ornaments left that you can fill out in memory of whoever you'd like to remember, and it'll be on the tree for the entire month of May.
And the ornament's really cute too.
Yes.
You did a really, really good job.
Sharon, you're amazing. Thank you for making those cute ornaments.
Beautiful. They're beyond cute. They're beautiful. Very intricate work she's done. So really neat.
Still doing Veterans Toiletry Drive. Doing that till the end of June. So bring in new unused donations to the front desk, and I will take it down to the Veterans Coalition once we get a pretty good load. No clothing. We'll probably do that closer towards October when they have stand down, but not right now. So today is Pretzel Day. And there again, Gabby and Mike are still on their keto diet.
Yeah, I'm fudging a little more. Mike's been very diligent.
Yeah, he has.
Me not so much. As we talked about, I went to the taco feed today. So I'm not as strict, but Mike's being really good about it.
He actually had one day, I think it was Easter, and he said he felt so sick from eating carbs because he's been detoxing himself. So, but I handed him off one before he left today so he could eat that when he gets home. I told him to heat it up, though. It probably tastes better.
Yeah, because I think not only is he low carbing, but I think he's trying to eat just one meal. So he's probably famished by the time he probably is. Yeah.
But these pretzels I made, as you can see, they are soft pretzels. They are also keto friendly. They are gluten free. They are not dairy free. They have a ton of dairy in it.
You gotta have some yummy in there.
But it's basically almond flour, mozzarella, cream cheese, eggs, salt, and baking powder. That is it.
Really?
It was a pain in the butt to get that dough together, though. So I'm warning you guys, if you make these,
what is it, sticky or something?
Super sticky.
Is it?
It eventually figures out its consistency, but it takes a bit.
But it sure looks like bread.
It
really does. And funny that it's National Pretzel Day today. When I would think it would be a fall observance. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I associate it with Bavarian.
Maybe.
And I think October or something, but
see, I think baseball when I think soft
pretzels. Oh, see, there you go. Yeah. So we each have our things, but
I wouldn't eat crispy pretzels at baseball. So I mean, it depends on it. Maybe it's hard pretzels in October, it's soft pretzels in April.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
No, but it's just regular pretzel day, and it's also administrative professionals day. So congratulations day to
Oh,
you.
why, thank you. I didn't even know that. But with that, can we have some?
Absolutely.
You know, because I'm just starving.
Yes, we're quite famished by all that food that Seniors Inc. gave us.
I know it.
Not that I left anything on my plate.
And there was cake too.
Mhm.
This is good. So it has your breading texture.
Mhm. And it's because of the mozzarella. It's kind of, if you guys have ever made fathead dough, they use that for like pizza doughs that are you're doing as a keto substitute. It's the mozzarella that kind of gives it that consistency.
And you have, it's not exactly, but you can sense the consistency of like string cheese and the mozzarella. It's really good. You know what we're missing is cheese sauce.
You know, I thought about bringing the stone ground mustard.
Yeah, it's really good though.
So I'll be putting that recipe up for everybody to try out. It was really good to make, super easy other than the sticky dough. I mean, that was the longest part, is getting it off my gloves to put it on the tray.
Or anything. I guess if you spray your hands or something, but you'd have to do that for every
It was just trying to get it all put together, because you melt down the mozzarella and the cream cheese together. And then you put it in a food processor and you mix the egg and the almond flour and the baking powder and the salt together. But the food processor doesn't necessarily mix it as great as you'd like, or at least the one I was using yesterday didn't mix it as great as I would have liked it to. So it was still quite sticky. So it was like having to mold that all together to get it really good and mixed together.
But you know, when you make breads, there are certain like the sweeter breads, it seems to be has that stickier, you know. So it's part of bread. And the fact that it's that good for you, it's well worth it.
4 grams of carbs per pretzel, which is pretty good.
That's amazing.
It makes 8 pretzels. As you can tell, we've either eaten them yesterday or today. So
yeah, they look good. And they are good. They don't just look good. Yeah, because you can see the pretzel in it. The whole consistency. Yeah, that's good. Have to try it.
And you just do an egg wash on the top of it before you pop them in with the sea salt.
Give it another taste test just to make sure.
So what do you got today?
Well, my mouth's full. So today is Get Organized Day. And like we were talking about, I think through our lifetimes, we've read, we've heard, we've seen, we've tried different ways of getting organized. But my biggest thing is as we get older, our organization is for different reasons. And functionality and safety is kind of where we should be gearing ourselves to.
Right.
So, but it's overwhelming. I don't know about you, but I start doing something and it's like, oh, this sounds like a great idea. And then it gets overwhelming. And so
then you have your whole closet pulled out and then you go, I'm kind of done.
Yes.
You got to put it all back in there.
You start in the closet and then, oh, I'm going to go put this in the kitchen. And then you get to the kitchen and you're trying to make room for that. And then you get going organizing that. And before you know it, you've got stuff all over. So the big thing that they've pointed out is to take a list, take a notepad or whatever list, walk around your house before you even get started. That would be, since today is Get Organized Day, that today would be a good day to do that. And you just go through and like, oh, I need to move this box, or, you know, I need to declutter this shelf or whatever it is. And you just make notes, or I need to change the light bulb. And then once you have your list of everything that you need to do, then you're going to break that down. And they say that you should really plan on 2 hours, just 2 hours. Give yourself, calendar it, just 2 hours, and that's it. Put an alarm clock on and just do 2 hours worth of work. So it doesn't get overwhelming. And don't do like I do, where you're putting something away and then you kind of
go to a different room.
Just drop it, because you'll get there sometime. You'll get there eventually in your rounds and go back to what you're doing and just focus on it. So that was one tip. And it's a good tip. Knowing me, I'd start that, you know, on the first project, and then on the other ones, because I'd be like, I just want to get this done. And then, but the thing is, we get overwhelmed.
Right.
and then we don't want to do anything.
Right.
So start small, tackle it one at a time, even if it's one drawer, one closet, one cabinet, set a date, put down 2 hours. Focus on making sure your rooms are arranged for safety, comfort, and functionality.
Okay.
And there are things that you have that we have emotional attachments to. And I was thinking of that today, and it's so true. When we're young, when we're starting out, we're starting to accumulate. And we're like, oh God, that would be nice. I don't have it.
Right.
But then you start to accumulate. And then what happens is that eventually now you have all your needs met, everything you need, you have. And now it's everything you'd like, you start getting. And then by the time, like my parents' age, they have everything, both needs and wants, and that it makes it difficult when we are going to give them gifts because they have everything. So, but then we get emotional attachments to it because so-and-so gave me this and I don't want to. So there comes a time where we kind of have to, and they say that if you have a hard time, ask a friend to come and help you go through some things. Ask a family member, hire somebody, that can be more impartial to put you in the spot of, why do you want this? Do you, where can we give this away? Can we, and that kind of stuff. So that way you can start decluttering, because then you start tripping over things, boxes on the floor, baskets, things of that nature. So those are some good things. And then one, like going around stacks of newspaper, loose cords, unsecured rugs, boxes, those are things you should be paying attention to, because those can be safety issues. And another thing is labeling your storage areas for quick identification. And I have started doing that over the years. In my garage, I have big labels on Christmas stuff.
Right.
And I never really have thought about it more in the house, but it makes sense, because as we get older. So for instance, let's say I'm going to have surgery in a couple weeks and my daughter's going to come and help me out.
Right.
Well, if you've got your stuff kind of labeled, say, hey, it's in that cupboard or whatever, it's in there. She opens it up and there it is, medicine.
Right.
Or, so that was one good tip, that we should label things using and see-through boxes is a good idea. Another thing is making sure all your important records, from marriage certificates, passports, everything that is vital, in one place. Instead of having like taxes over here and then my birth certificate's over here, and then in one place, because you want to think about it. If you have to run, if you have to go, that's what you grab and go. So if you have everything all together, we have a fireproof safe, and I took some binders with some sheet protectors, and I still have my kids' social security card, even though they're adults. I don't know, mom always still has them, but everything's in there. And it's all in there. It's a one stop, except for my taxes. I haven't moved my tax things there because those accumulate big time.
Right.
But it's all in one place. Another thing that was a good tip is paying bills. Having a section in your house, be it a desk, be it a table, whatever it is, where's your monthly bills? Everything from that pencil, stapler, shredder, wastebasket, scissors. I don't know about you, but I will go and I get mad at myself every time. I'll go pay bills, and I'm sitting there. I have my thing that has all my bills, grab the file, whatever. But inevitably I am getting up. Oh, I need the stapler. Oh, I need, and everywhere. And so I spend all this time getting up, getting little things.
Right.
And so what this is like, it's all there.
Yeah.
Put it all in a basket, from your stamps to your envelopes to what. And so when you sit down, it's all right there. You're not reaching to go grab something else. So that was a good tip. Another one was, and also having a calendar. We use our phones a lot, but that paper calendar in that section at home where you're always at, that way you can kind of like, okay, I have it on paper. A couple days I got to lab work. I got to do this. And it's just a good thing to start your day and just flipping through that book.
Right.
It's like, what do I have? What do I have? So that was something that was good as well.
You can even do like a dry erase, because that's what we do in our house. Is we have a dry erase board, but every Sunday I move it up a week. And I give Matt a hard time because it's one of my things of like, oh, I have to move the calendar again because we have a ton of stuff on the calendar. But it's good because it's like it gets us thinking, oh, okay, well, we're only 4 weeks away from this, and like it slowly moves it up.
It's that bigger visual. You know, our phones give us so much, but you know, they'll give us our reminders, but having that bigger visual there, and not only for you, but just anybody who walks by, be it your kids, be it, you know, how many times have you visited somebody and you've noticed something on their calendar, you know, that kind of thing. So, so yeah, that's a good thing to have. Another little tip was, I don't know about you, but how many people lose their remote controls or their fan controls, or you put Velcro sticky tape on the back of them, and then you always kind of just throw them down on your couch or whatever in that area that you sit down all the time. So that way you're not losing them. You're not, you know, so that was a good idea to
unless you have children.
Unless you have children, yeah, you cut unstick it. But you know,
and then shove it in the chair.
Even your eyeglass case.
Oh yeah.
How many times you lose your eyeglass case? I must have a dozen of them, but all of a sudden I can be down to none of them. So same thing with pins. I mean, just throw a little sticky Velcro sticky and it's all right there and it's easy. But it does change if you've got kids or grandkids that come around. You'll have to still go looking for them.
They'll hide them for you.
And then making sure that you have everything stored from your hips above, so that all your daily routine stuff from laundry to, because the bending down as we get older. And I know my husband's complained about it for quite a few years now, that when I redid the kitchen, I made sure that our everyday stuff was in the upper cabinets. So where it's just a smooth reach. Yeah. And so what I do on the bottom cabinets are those once a year things.
Okay, yeah.
So he's not bending. Another thing is a rolling cart. You know, we just used it today, and how handy those rolling carts are to take something from point A to point B, even your laundry basket.
Right.
That way you're not, you know, bending down constantly, whatever, and and everything's that. So I thought that was a great idea, the rolling cart, because it could be used for so many things, you know, from, you got to get your laundry to one section, or, you know, you bring in groceries and you got to take some of it to another closet, and you just roll it back and forth.
Well, you can get those collapsible ones. My mom and dad have one that's like a metal collapsible one that when they get out of the car, they'll put all their groceries, it opens up, and then they can put all their groceries in it and load it up into the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then they're not having to carry groceries in.
Yeah. So there's a lot of organizational stuff. Sometimes too much. Sometimes, I don't want to say too much, overwhelming. Because it's like, oh my gosh, you know, sometimes you can over organize where, well, this was, you know, great idea.
The pantry, I've always envied people that have a very well organized pantry.
Flour, sugar, you know, all of the nice little things, and their spices are all alphabetized.
And they don't have children, obviously.
Yeah, seen those pantries too. It's not lived in my house, and if it did, maybe it was for a week after some organization. But yeah, I don't know how, you know, I watch those HGTVs and they're notorious for having those, the house gets staged and it's all so perfect, but it doesn't stay that way. And I know the whole thing is, you know, everything in its place,
and stay proactive about it and putting it back. Like, because they do ones that with moms that have like snacks and juice boxes and things like that that the kids can grab. I just don't have the time to do that every day, to restock it or move it around. It's just going to get to become a mess.
Yeah. And I think that's what the problem is with getting disorganized. It's not the intent of getting disorganized. It is, one day you get home, you're exhausted, you weren't feeling good, so you don't put those keys back in the basket.
Right.
Where you have all your dailies. That was another tip. You know, everything you use every day, from car keys to cell phone to your purse to your wallets, having one central location where it's all there.
Yeah.
And the concept is a great concept. It's all right there in the morning or whatever. I'm going to go, it's going to be in that basket. But the problem is making sure it lands there
right
every day. And I think that's where the things get out of whack. It's not intentional. It's just things are chaotic. Come home with kids and, you know, they're running whatever, you got to give baths, everybody's exhausted, or you come home after being with somebody who's been sick, you've been helping them and you're just tired, I just want to go to bed. You know, those 2-3 steps to get to that corner to drop it,
Right.
you know, I'll do it tomorrow. And so, and I think that's how it all begins. So it's a conscious effort for us to be, but it is get organized day to day. So if there's only one little thing we do, maybe it's make a list of the things we need to do. And then go for it's a start. It's all about starting. Finishing is the hardest part because by the time you finish, it's time to restart.
Right.
How many times have you organized? I have linen closets or closets. It's like, oh, this looks so pretty. And then
you do like 3 loads of laundry and it doesn't look that pretty anymore.
Yeah. So anyway, that's all I have.
Those are good tips though.
Yeah, they are good. And if you can implement them and keep them going, that's the key. But like I said, I thought the interesting, you know, the bill paying little section was really important, something I had never thought about. Even to this day, I still run around. Same thing with your dailies, having one big area where your glasses, everything's in there that you need for the day. And that's your go-to. I thought that was also a good tip.
So we do the bowl at home. I got a couple bowls actually from the Summit View thrift store. And so one has like glasses cleaner, glasses, things like that, and the other one has keys, and they're right next to the coffee maker, so we can grab everything each day. So that is a nice thing to have.
It is, and I think our most of the time your kitchen seems to be the central location for that kind of stuff. But I think I have some areas. It's all in my kitchen, but one's in one corner, one. But another thing that it pointed out that I think we tend to forget is our vitamins and supplements. It's funny because we'll organize all the other stuff, but vitamins and supplements, we always have in a different section.
Yeah.
And then you're going there, or you forget, like me, because I grab my dailies and then I forget about that. So one of the tips was to make sure all of that, because that is part of your dailies.
Right.
So if that means moving where your baskets are, that you have your other stuff over by your medicine or vice versa. But yeah, make a conscious list of what you do every day, and then go from there. But it does make it easier when it is in one spot,
right?
So,
and the bills is a good thing too. My mom has always had like a desk that she does her accounting on, basically, but she was an accountant, so she's kind of
she has that.
She's got it down. She has her calendar and her stapler and her scissors, and then everything's all organized when it comes to that. I have never gotten that. Everything's online for me, thank goodness.
Yeah, I know. I very rarely mail out or use a stamp. Not even for bills. I can't remember last time I've used a stamp for bills. Usually it's a card I send somebody or something like that. But you know, a lot of people still do. And so having it, because I'm thinking right now I've got a top drawer in my kitchen that has the stamps, and then I have the office desk that has the stapler. I mean, if I just think of my own situation, I do have it spread out. And then I wonder why I'm stressed when I do pay bills. Because I'm having it. And the funny thing is, it's online. Yeah. So it's not like I have all this pile of stuff. It's just, you know, I have the bill and then I want to staple it and put it away, bills paid or whatever else. So it's not even all, you know, writing checks like it used to be and putting in envelopes. And I still get frustrated because I still have it everywhere. So I don't know. I'll get it someday.
Got all the announcements that I have for today.
Yeah.
So join us for hiking group tomorrow if you want to, 9 a.m. Should be a fun day. And then next week we're gonna jump right into May.
I know it. I know. So we finish out this week, and then we've got some pretty cool things coming up in May. Yeah.
And if you missed this book club, you want to be at the next one because we're going to be picking the books for the rest of the year. So just kind of mark your calendar, 4th Monday of the month at 10:30. Come join us. They are reading A Wanted Man, and I forgot what the author is, but it's a wanted man. I think it's Lee. I gave away my copy, so I couldn't tell you. Normally I can look over and it's there.
And today we had the blood sugar screening and blood. I was I don't think I've ever, I always go by there, you know, but
Mhm.
but today I was actually in the area and I was really surprised, pleasantly surprised. There's a lot of people who take advantage of that.
Yeah.
And it's great. And they were sitting there getting their blood pressure, you know, taken and whatever. So that always goes pretty well
Yeah.
for us. So it's every Wednesday, right?
Mhm.
Every Wednesday from 10
9:30 to
9:30
11.
to 11. So good way to screen. Well, screening is, you know, you don't really know if it's a problem unless you have a consistent
Right.
tracking. So that's a great way to just kind of get your baselines and check and like, oh, that's unusual. The last couple times I've done this, been a little higher.
Right.
So it doesn't hurt. It only takes what, 10 minutes, if that.
No, not long at all.
Not even that long at all. So yeah.
Well, I hope you guys have a happy Wednesday and a good weekend. And then we will see you in May.
Yep.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for watching Chat Face with the Harman Center Girls. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel. Like or share as well. Have a great day.